Good afternoon. This is the TACPAN's 15 minutes. Can't get him in the camera? Let's move it over. It's as easy as light. So what are we going to talk about in this 15 minutes today? 7:11 Eastern Standard Time. Let's just say the letter C. If we split the letter C, okay, what we get is a bracket, okay? The same thing you see on the 9 key and the O key on the keyboard, you get that bracket. So when you split a C and you split two of the C's, okay, you get four brackets. Like if you would put a cross inside an O, you would have four brackets. So what are the four brackets for? One that holds the spirit in you when you die, and one that recreates you in the heaven. So you need the four shells, maybe one of the birth, one of the rebirth in the heavens. Is that what the old shells are for? Another thing I wanted to tell you is, what is the blue sea? Is it the electronics? Go out into the woods, okay? All you hear is crickets. Don't you know when you go next to a post or a transformer, it's always going. The same thing as all the bees in the world. We're not supposed to hear it. It's there. It's part of the sound that we don't think that's there. And that's it. That's it. Along with the vibrations, okay, that carry on between the matrix and the spirits. The matrix, the spirits, the colors, the numbers. It's like a casing. You have a wire. It's the same color of the other wire, but they put a red casing on it, telling you what kind of wire it is. It's the same thing with the matrix system. There's an outer band to the matrix, okay? And the outer band, the name of it, they call it the dog leg. Isn't that the way Pluto goes around our solar system? Something like a dog leg? Pluto is orange. We have the shiny sun that's orange. We know the 7 horse, okay, and thoroughbreds is orange. We know God's number is orange. We know everything starts over at alpha omega double zero, in which in Baccarat is the 10, okay. So we know we have God's color is orange, and we have this world, blue. What color does Pluto have? What color ears does he have? Sometimes you'll see him with black. Sometimes you'll see him with blue. What is it? And when he's got the black ears, he's acting in correspondence with the angels. But when he has the blue ears, he's acting in correspondence where man lives. In this great blue sea we call Earth. The sea has color. Of course it has color. Wherever the matrix can go, it'll bring its color with it. It'll change elements that you'll never know it changed at all. So when you remove some water and bring it somewhere else, it's not actually the same water anymore because of the air it's exposed to. So therefore you got to keep the lip tight, right? And you do the. Anyways, yeah. So in roulette we have the number 5, which is red, okay, and the 7 that's red, okay. Red, R-E-D, letter count of 27. Why am I telling you this? Because it means the 2 worlds of God. Red thoroughbred horses and red harness-bred horses both carry the number 1 red. We all know number 1 fits in the 5-hole. That's the real position on the dice cube. So we know that red is in the 5-hole. Okay? Horses. Okay, so always, that 1 is always in the 5-hole. I know it's a little bit complicated. I'm not really looking at you guys. Just to say that Windows 9 is part of a system that's going to be changed. They're going to be putting what they call a window in a window. They're almost there. I designed this about 6-7 years ago. They're almost there where you'll have one window, you'll have a pop-up, whether it freezes or regardless of what it does, it'll show you that page. A second mouse will come up. You'll be able to run 2 mouses, and the second mouse will cancel out whatever the first mouse did to repair the error, so your computer doesn't get infected. Microsoft doesn't exactly have it yet. They have the system broken up in what they call Nortons, Norton's Firewall. Don't you know what Norton is all about with Jackie Gleason? Hey, Norton! Always calling Norton, and Norton was out repairing all the time, wasn't he? Norton's your antivirus. When we die and go up to heaven, and when we receive our message from the angel, Norton is there repairing all the time. And who does he call out to? Trudeau. Because Trudeau has to know what's going on in the game. This is the game, isn't it? The game of life. Just call it the game. Why do we have to put life into it for? And inside the game, that's what we do. We play the roles of lives. Multiple different people at different places. We have to act and lie just to get on through for most of our time. Anyways, yes, and also Bell just came up with a new system they call TV5. And it's just so ironic that 2, 5, and 8 on your tic-tac-toe board says BE, and then the H, before you draw the line across the H, you draw the 2 lines. So 258 would say Bell, and they chose the name of their station is, or name of their new company is Bell TV5. So wow, TV5, the abater number. Wow, Bell is coming into it. It's going to work out. I still think the place to invest is in Bell, and really and truthfully, the best place to invest is buy yourself 100,000 gallons of water and toothpaste or something, and pray everything goes well in the future. Because I don't know what money's going to happen to money, but we do know probably in 100 years from now it'll be gone. It'll be something else. Let me go on to the next page. We have coupled letters I talked about today in here. The Deep Blue Sea, that was a movie, so what does that have to do anything? Rhythm and Blues, or Red and Black, or Red and Blue, Rhythm and Blues. The Blue Sea of the Matrix, okay, and what it creates in our world. The colors of the rainbow expose the colors of the spirit in this world. I mean, it just has to. It has to be a mix of both because of the sun that comes in. Don't forget the sun is an element that mixes in the midst of the waters that brings out the color altogether. So those colors have to do with something in this world. You see, you can open up a motor and see all the wires, and then you can look on the wall and see all those wires. But if you don't connect them right, obviously it ain't going to work. Okay? It's the same thing for us. You see in the back Rubik's Cube, the white, the blue, oh my God. Philadelphia cream cheese and eggs. What is it with breakfast? Eggs. When do you think of breakfast? It's eggs, ham. You go out for supper, I want chicken and ribs. It's almost like the only thing in this world that sticks together besides the cat and the dog. I mean, for me, if I lived in Africa, I might say, oh, the elephant and the tiger. Oh, or the trunk of the elephant, the gray elephant. Oh my God, a gray elephant. Is that what we are? The gray elephant, this earth? Or is the gray elephant, because the elephant has a big nose and he likes to drink his water, the gray elephant that runs in our system, I call the game, in this great blue sea, the gray elephant are the rain clouds, okay? Although spirit can connect totally all the time, because spirit is in everything, the rain clouds divide and they slow down the spirit. That's why we don't feel as humorous when it's raining outside. Well, not for all people, but it just seems to be a mental block that happens, because it's the cutoff, the pressures inside of it that cut off to the matrix system. They don't cut off, but they're deferred, okay? What else was there? Yes, so then it rains, and we have the elephant, and he likes water, the big great clouds, the compression. Did I mention what I thought about the Big Bang? .com, put .com, and then down here .com. Don't forget, we're upside down to heaven, okay? So to start off the ball rolling one way, while heaven's turning the other way, well, because we're, that's the way it spins, that would be the digital of the .com. Boom! The explosion. You see, in a bomb, the bomb explodes, right? First you hear tick, 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 and then you hear it explode. But with the Big Bang explosion, okay, you don't hear no tick, 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 tick. You hear kaboom, and then tick, 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 tick. Why is it the opposite? A bomb you throw, it goes tick, 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 you throw a bomb, it blows up. But the opposite of a bomb, okay, is the matrix system. In order to get the whole thing running, it had to blow. And the time started ticking for man. Just something small. Why do we like sugar? It has a letter count of 70. The 7 worlds of Zion, the possible places man lives. How come there's not 9 worlds if there's 9 spots that it does? Well, don't you know? Mercury and Venus have no moons. So 9 times 7 is 63 moons for Jupiter. It doesn't matter if you say different. Think different, say different, what you saw was different. From what I saw and what I calculated in that time period is what was relevant. Okay? What you see now and what you saw yesterday, for the calculation you haven't done yet, that will be relevant in time, and now it won't be relevant. You don't have the equation at hand. Okay? Sugar, 70. Salt, 52. Heart, 52. Male, 5. Spirit, and a beta world, 52. Pepper, 86. The heavens of man. Okay? I still can't get it why it says 86 and she should be the 2 heavens of man. And then red is 27. And on roulette it's 27, so it matches. There's a hit. One other thing I wanted to talk about. ALLA. ALLA? ALLA? You see, there's many gods in this world. Which one is the true one? Okay. Let's go on what we call perception of justice speaking the majority of the world. I would say, no man shall take a life of another. Bingo! We all found a God relevant to this. Okay? Until the point there's a separation between the differences, or the differences create the separation. Therefore, we must create another God. A new paragraph in a book, another God the way people see it. It's just a paragraph in the book. This is the game of life. Okay? We are the book. This book is only written for every moment of our lives. When you pass on, the book continues as your scepter ends. The scepter you hold in your life. Your hands are in your life. This is your scepter. On your heart, you bang it on your heart. It is the scepter. ALLA God means acceptance. ALLA God, starting with an A and ending with A, would be Alpha Omega. Although there's only 2 letters in this name. It's ALA. Arizona, Los Angeles? You have to understand, okay? I'm changing the subject a little bit. But if you find a girl you like or a guy you like, and he's following a religion, try to find out about the religion. If he doesn't want to talk to you now, will he talk to you later? You don't have to change for it. And you have to understand whether he sees the difference that you shouldn't have to change or live by it. If you can't see it now, you'll never see it. Okay? You see, I go, you see, that's why Allah would be sort of one of the first names of God, because it starts with A. And it's just a grunt, and that would be natural. So that's possibly one of the names of the God. Yeah, like I said, you meet a guy or you meet a girl, and they're into this religion, and you don't understand it, you can talk to them. But if they won't let you talk to them, and you don't let them talk to you, then, you know, don't get involved. When it's different religions or different points of views of life, yes, it could work. But it only works if you want discussion, reason, understanding. It's not, no, you don't understand. Let me explain it again, I'll help you. If the other person says, I don't want to be helped, then maybe you shouldn't be with this person. Okay? It's not the age that separates us. Okay? It's the time. It's inside of us. Over time you learn these things. Or you never do. And I feel so sorry for you. It's so sad. I can cry. Some just will never learn. It's not their fault. They just don't know any better. Were they brought up wrong? Maybe their parents didn't know. Anyways, this is the TACPAN's afternoon with MrTacpans's, and I thank you all, and I bid you a good afternoon. Thank you. Good day.